And good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now. Coming to you from our digital studio, it's time to talk about our Cleveland Cavaliers. It has been a hot season. If you looked at the preseason predictions, I don't think anybody saw the Cavaliers being as hot as they have been. Huge win the other night against the Boston Celtics right here in Cleveland at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. A little bit of a slip last night. Team may have been tired, but they're coming home, and there's going to be some good home cooking on the schedule. And when you have a hot team like the Cavaliers, that means you've got some hot tickets. We're going to bring in Chris Kaiser. He is the Chief Marketing Officer for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we love our new partnership here at WOIO along with CW43 that we have with the Cavaliers. Chris, welcome in. Thanks for joining us today.
No, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the excitement around the Cavs. Not that we didn't know we had a good young team. Perhaps we didn't know we had as good of a team, and you're seeing that in ticket sales.
Yeah, I mean, I think, we have a record-setting start here after the new year in regards to, breaking that franchise record. You obviously saw the excitement on Tuesday night. I think that was the perfect storm from a marketing perspective. From my end, that's about as good as it gets with the Kelsey brothers in the house and a 22-point deficit erased in the fourth quarter. But that set us up for a ton of success on the ticket side. We've seen a ton of momentum in that, and we're currently on pace for, our second largest, single game ticket year we've ever had here as a franchise.
And what's incredible, and I got this from your marketing department there, that and a lot of people probably don't know this, the Cavaliers are in the middle of an 87-game sellout streak. That dates back to 2021-2022 season, towards the end of that season. What does it say about the product that's on the court and really the entertainment value that is? If you've ever been to a Cavs game, I hope everybody watching has, it's not just about basketball. There's a lot going on. What does it say that you guys are riding this 87-game sellout streak?
Yeah, I mean, I think it says a lot about our dedication to the fan experience. I think it's all about, a lot of it's about the show that we put on. I think we know we actually can't control the on-court product from the marketing side. So we're always ready to try to find a way to drive value and drive, make sure that people are getting a bang for their buck when they come down to the field house. We've implemented a lot of different things. We have a new Fieldhouse Now app presented by, Rocket Mortgage. Just a lot of new bells and whistles, and, a lot of promo nights that are going to be coming up here down the stretch. And you saw the Kelsey bobblehead night. Obviously that was an example of something that we do to try to make things fun and make it more of a night out versus just wins and losses on the court.
Yeah, it was a huge game, biggest crowd so far this season. We've got the Timberwolves coming to town tomorrow night, going to be another big night. Let's talk about the standing room only. We've seen the Cleveland Guardians experiment over the last couple of seasons with this idea of really an experience that maybe, depending on your fan's age, maybe you don't want to sit in a seat the whole time. Maybe you want to be socializing. You folks have a standing room only section. It's not open for every game. What determines when you guys start selling standing room only seats?
I think we pride ourselves on tickets always being available, for our games, regardless of demand. So for some of these higher demand games, we release these usually within 24 to 48 hours of the game. Typically they max out around 250 tickets, but we have some different, after the transformation back in 2019, that Budweiser Brew House is actually an incredible place to congregate, have some drinks, watch the game from up there. You still have a vantage point of the court. So it gives people kind of a last second opportunity to get in the door and experience everything that we have to offer in the field house. And the good news is we've had at least 8 of those games this year where we've really come down to a almost clean inventory, in terms of what we've sold through. So again, just as many fans as we can get in here and expose them to Cavs basketball, that's good for us.
And you want to talk about affordable. If you go on the site right now, and those standing room only, they fluctuate like other tickets. But the past couple of days, I've been looking at it. And if you're talking about just getting in the door, you just want to have an experience and be there. I saw it at $39 yesterday, or $36 yesterday. I believe it's $41 today. That's a pretty affordable ticket.
Yeah, we want to make sure people can, of all walks of life, and especially when we're talking about some of that younger generation that just want to get in the door. We have student pass for some games, but we've had for these type of games, like our solution for that is standing room only. And we try to make sure it's somewhere in the range of 20 to 25% below what the get in the door price, typically would be for a ticket. So again, so the reason we're going to have our game on CW 43 tomorrow is because we want as many people to be able to engage with the product, and some in person, some at home. But it's a win-win for everybody.
It is a great win, and as you heard, we're speaking with Chris Kaiser. He's the Chief Marketing Officer for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have entered this partnership. We're going to air 5 games for free. Remember back when the Cavaliers would be on TV and you could flip on, even if you had antennas or you had basic cable, you could find the Cavaliers on one of these not pay channels. Well, for at least 5 games, we're going to enter into that again. And the first one is tomorrow night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we're going to go all out. We're going to be there live throughout our evening newscasts, just getting everybody hyped and excited. Chris, this is a simple question. Where does the season go from here?
Hopefully down the stretch run here, it's all the positivity continues. I think it's been really nothing but good news for us. And even when we have a stumble like last night, like it's not even that game. We roared back in the fourth quarter and just fell a little bit short. With maybe our legs not underneath us. But again, the team plays hard, and I think in this market, people rally around any positive that you put out there. That's why I love. It's great to be a chief marketing officer in the Cleveland market, to be honest, because it doesn't take much to get people, the passion that they have for these teams and the civic pride they have. People want to rally around. The team, and we have some exciting stuff coming up. We have Women's Hoops Night presented by Avery Dennison on Friday. We have Fan Appreciation Night to close out the season, which is always a popular game, which is a matinee Sunday game, so families can come out. Everybody wins a prize. It's always a fun night, and hopefully that propels us into the playoff run after that.
Yeah, Cavaliers sitting 3rd in the East right now behind the Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. Here are some of the big games coming up on the schedule. You've got March 11th against the Suns. That's a big ticket seller. March 29th against the 76ers. Then you've got April 12th versus the Pacers, a big night. And then, as Chris said, we've got Fan Appreciation Night. That is on April 14th against the Charlotte Hornets. Chris, want to thank you for the time. I'm not going to keep you through the tutorial to let people know how they can find tickets, but we certainly appreciate you giving us a few minutes here on Channel 19.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me. Go Cavs.
Take care. Go Cavs. They're an exciting team to watch, folks, and we're going to go through real quick how to find tickets. And it's as simple as the Cavs have an incredible website. If you're a Cavs fan and you haven't been visiting their website, there's just a lot of features on here that can take you through their past games, what they've got going on, some great headlines, some stories to read. When you look up at the top, here's the banner. It's very easy to buy tickets. Right here you can see for Friday night's game against the Timberwolves. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. This is going to take you to their official partner, SeatGeek. This is how you know your tickets are legitimate, that you're not going to get taken. Let's bring that up again, that you're not going to get taken. This is very simple. These are whether they're tickets that fans can't make it to the game and they're going to sell as an option here, or it's the tickets the Cavaliers have. This is the great place to go. I'm going to go by price here, and you can see right here the cheapest, if you look over here on the left side, cheapest seat right now, standing room only $41, and that's this section over here. When you click on that, the cool part about this, not only does it take you down to the section, but they've got this look around right up here. You click on this, and it's going to take you to exactly what your view is going to be. And here's what we've been talking about, the standing room only section, a few tiers like you see again at the Guardians. There's the court, and then this is the Budweiser Loudville brew house that's there. Really just kind of that congregating area. The Guardians have had such a success with the bar down in right field. This is the same sort of idea. But then you go back to listings. If you're somebody who wants an actual seat, let's look at the cheapest seat to get in. Right now, $60. That is in section 228, row 15. Granted, it's at the top. And there's 4 tickets there available. If you're a family and you can afford that, that's quite the deal to get in. But again, if you can't afford that, we're going to have options where you can watch it on TV. And I've just got to load one more thing here to walk you through just exactly when and where you'll be able to see this. because it is going to be here on CW43. We have 5 games that are going to come up. Here is the schedule. First of all, tomorrow night, 7:30 for free right here on CW43. That's our sister station. 43, and Cleveland Cliffs is the sponsor of this game. But then it's not just this one. We have 5 games coming up. March 8th is Friday, then the Heat, the 76ers, the Lakers game. Tell me that's not going to be huge. Of course, Mr. Cavalier, LeBron James with the Lakers. And then the Clippers on the 7th. A great way to be able to tune in. You know you'll be able to see those games without having a subscription, without having to get behind a paywall. You'll be able to see those games on CW43. We're going to wrap this up. Remember, we have 3.5 hours of news coming up at 3 o'clock. That's just about an hour and 15 minutes from now on Channel 19. If anything else breaks, news or weather, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.